Hello, today we're going to talk about the OA vowel team. OA says O like boat. While we're going through today's activities, it may be helpful for you to have a piece of paper and a pencil to work along with me. There will be several points across the video where you may choose to pause and then come back to the video at a later time or at a later day. If you prefer, you can work through the whole video in one sitting as well. Let's go ahead and get started. To warm up our brains, let's think about the sounds in words. If a word says O, like boat, give me a thumbs up. If a word doesn't say O, like boat, give me a thumbs down. So for example, if I were to say the word cloak, k, o, k, it says O, like boat, so that would be a thumbs up. Try clock. Does that say O, like boat? No. Clock says k, ah, k. Ah is not O like boat, so it is a thumbs down. What about sock? No, that's a thumbs down. Sock does not say O like boat. What about soak? Yes, soak says O like boat. S-o-k, O like boat. What about boast? That's another thumbs up. Boast says O like boat. What about boss? That's a thumb down. B-a-s does not say O like boat, so that's a thumbs down. What about bass? That's another thumbs down. B-a-s does not say O like boat. What about throat? That's a thumbs up. Throat says O like boat. What about thought? That's a thumbs down. Thought does not say O like boat, so it does not follow our pattern. Okay, last one. What about moat? That's a thumbs up. Moat says O like boat. It's important to think about the sounds in our words to help us to be able to write those words. OA is a vowel team. It's where two letters work together to make a single sound. This vowel team says O. Let me show you how I can use that vowel team to help you to spell words. Say I have the word coat. K-o-t. There's three sounds in that word, and one of those is the long O pattern. So I'm going to use these boxes to help me to write that word. Coat has the sounds k, o, t. K is spelled with a C. O is spelled with our OA vowel team because it's that two letters that work together to make that long O sound. T is spelled with a T. K, o, t, coat. There's several ways that you can make the long O sound, whether it's an O followed by a consonant and an E, or OW at the end of the word, or OE at the end of the word. You're going to notice that OA tends to come in the middle of the word or maybe even at the beginning of the word, but you won't usually see OA at the end of the word. So when you hear a long O sound towards the middle of a word, we're going to practice spelling it with the OA vowel team. Let me show you another word that does not follow our pattern. Take the word cot. K, a, t. Still three sounds, but that vowel is very different. In coat, it said k, o, long O sound. In cot, it says k, ah, short vowel sound. This does not follow our pattern, so I colored these boxes red to show you that it does not follow our pattern. In cot, k is spelled with a C. Ah is spelled with an O, not OA, because it does not follow our vowel team pattern. It's just the short O. T is spelled with a T. K, ah, t. Cot. You can see the difference between these words for if it has that long O sound or the short O sound. We're going to really focus on that long O sound in the middle or beginning of the word that's spelled with the OA vowel team. Do this next word with me. The word is moans. What is the word? Moans. Stretch the sounds with me. M, O, N, S. Moans. There's four sounds, so we're going to use four boxes. The first sound was M. How do you spell that? M. The next sound is O. Notice it's the long O sound and it's in the middle of the word, so we're going to use that OA vowel team. The next sound is N. How do you spell it? N. And the last sound is Z. N, O, N, Z. How do you spell that? S. This is how you spell moans. It has the long O sound, so it has that OA vowel team to help spell that sound. Let's do another one together. The word is toad. What is the word? Toad. Let's stretch the sounds together. T, O, D, toad. How do you spell the T sound? T. What's the next sound? O. Now notice it's that long O sound. It's in the middle of the word, so how are we going to spell that long O sound? O-A, that vowel team. What's the last sound? D. How do you spell that? D. T. O. D. Toad. Nice job. This next one I want you to try on your own. Stretch the sounds. Think about if you have that long O sound somewhere in the middle or beginning of the word, and then how would you spell each of those sounds? The word is coast. If it's helpful, this would be a great time to use your paper and pencil so you can write down how you would spell that word. Coast. Let's check how you did it. Coast has K, O, S, T. 4 sounds, so we'll use all 4 boxes. K is spelled with a C. O is our long O sound in the middle of the word, so we're using our OA vowel team. S is spelled with an S. T is spelled with a T. C-O-A-S-T, coast. K, O, S, T. Nice job. Try this next one on your own as well. Again, use that paper to help you with your spelling. And listen for each sound of the word so you can match the spelling to those sounds. The word is goat. Ready? Let's check. Goat has 3 sounds. G, O, T. So I won't even use this last box. The first sound is G, spelled with a G. The next sound is O. It's a long O sound in the middle of the word, so we're going to use that OA vowel team to help us to spell it. The last sound is T, spelled with a T. G, O, T. Goat. Nice job. The last word we're going to do on this page is foal. Stretch the sounds. Listen for that long O. If it's in the middle of the word, use that OA vowel team. Foal. Let's see how you did. Foal has 3 sounds. F, O, O. 3 sounds, only 3 boxes are going to be used. The first sound was F. That's spelled with an F. O is the long O sound in the middle of the word, so we're going to use the OA vowel team. L is spelled with an L. Foal has 3 sounds. It's spelled with 4 letters because remember 2 of those letters are working together to make that long O sound. F, O, L, foal. Nice job. Now you can also use these patterns to help you to be able to read words. The first thing that I want to do when I'm looking at words is I want to look to see where I have letters working together to make a single sound. And right away here I see that the OA is side by side working together to make that long O sound. I also see that there's a CH, which is a digraph of 2 letters working together to make a single sound. In the beginning part, there's a B and there's an R. These are each part of a blend. And while they kind of slide together when you're saying them, they each still have their own sound, so they each get their own sound box. Now that I know how many sounds are in that word, I can try to blend it together. B, O, ch, brooch. Let's do this next one together. Do you see any letters that are working together to make a single sound? If you notice that the OA works together to say the long O sound, you're right. Are there any other ones? Yeah, there's a CH, and that CH is that digraph that works together to make the same sound, or a single sound. The last thing we have is that consonant R, which has its own sound as well. Now we can use this to help us to sound and blend the words. O, ch, roach. Let's try this next one together as well. Are there any letters in this word that work together to make a single sound? Yep, you spotted it. The OA works together to make that long O sound. Every other letter in this word is a consonant that makes its own sound. So the C has its own sound, the R has its own sound, the K has its own sound, and the S has its own sound. I can use this to help me to blend each of those sounds together to make a word. K, O, k, s, croaks. It's really important to see that OA working together as a single sound in order for me to blend that word. Now I want you to try some. There's 3 words here. Take a minute to copy them down on your paper and to find where there's each individual sound in the word. It may be helpful for you to pause the video so you have time to do that activity. Once you're done, you can hit play and then we can check the words together. Go ahead and pause now. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and check how you did on finding the sounds in these words. Right away in that first one, I hope that you saw the OA vowel team working together to make that long O sound. You also probably noticed the consonant R making a sound and the consonant M making a sound. All together then we have O, roam. How about in this next word? Did you find the OA in that one as well? This one, the OA actually starts right at the beginning of the word. Remember I said OA might appear at the beginning of the word or in the middle of a word. Then after that, you notice 2 consonants. They're not a digraph, they each make their own sound, so they each get their own sound box as well. Now when I blend this word together, I have O, t, s, oats. Nice job. Last word on this page. Again, you probably weren't surprised to find that OA vowel team, 2 letters working together to make a single sound. Every other letter is making its own sound as a consonant. The B has a sound, the S has a sound, and the T has a sound. That helps me to see that this word has 4 sounds. Then I can blend it together. B, O, S, T, boast. Now you can read words using those patterns to help you. This would be a great time to go ahead and pause if you would like to take a break. You can always come back at a later time or on another day to finish this video. If you feel like continuing on, go ahead and stay with me. This next activity that we're going to do is going to help us to build some automaticity with that OA vowel team. Remember, OA says O like boat. In these words, when we read them, we're not going to necessarily draw each of the boxes around the sounds, but I do want you to pay close attention to where that OA is working together to make that single sound. I see the OA in this word and in this word, but I do not see the OA in this word, so I know that this is not going to have that long O sound. It's going to have a short sound. So it's very important to have your eyes skim through these words and find where those letters are working together. I want us to read these words together, but first you may need a second to practice them. Go ahead and pause the video so that you have time to read each word and practice it. When you're ready to read them with me, you can start the video again. Go ahead and pause. Welcome back. Let's read these words together, paying close attention to where you have those OA vowel teams to say that long O sound. Ready? Let's read them together. Begin. Joan, brooch, cot, boat, toad, soaked, sock, moans. Notice cot and sock do not have the OA vowel team. They had the short sound, whereas Joan, brooch, boat, toad, soaked, and moans did all have that OA vowel team. Let's try together one more time. Joan, brooch, cot, boat, toad, soaked, sock, moans. Nice reading, friends. Now, just like we practice reading with some automaticity, I also want us to practice writing the words without the sound box there to help. It is very important that you listen carefully to all the sounds in the words. If you hear that long O sound either at the beginning or in the middle of the word, we're going to spell it with that OA vowel team. If you do not hear the long O sound, then you will just spell it with the vowel that is the short sound. This is another time where that paper is going to be really helpful so that you can write the word and then check it with me. Are you ready? The first word is goat. Do you hear the long O sound? Let's check how you spelled it. Goat has three sounds. G, G, O, long O, middle of the word, so we're going to spell it with the OA vowel team. T, goat, G-O-A-T. How'd you do? Ready to try another one? Let's try the word coal. Stretch those sounds. Listen for the long O. Coal. Let's check your spelling. Coal has the sounds K, C, O. Long O sound, middle of the word, so I'm going to use OA vowel team. L, L. Nice job. Now, coal sounds a lot like goal, so be careful what changes. Our next word is goal. Did you find what changed? Both say ol, but coal changed to goal goes from a C to a G. G, O, ol. Nice job. Be careful with this next word. Really stretch it and listen for those sounds. The word is cost. Cost. Let's check your spelling. The word starts with K, C. The next sound is ah. Ah does not sound O like a boat. O, boat, cost, ah. That's the short O sound, so I do not use the OA vowel team. In the word cost, it goes K, C, ah, O, S, S, T, T. C-O-S-T. It does not follow our pattern because it does not say the long O sound, so it does not get spelled with the OA vowel team. Did I trick you, or did you catch that and spell it correctly? Okay, this last one sounds a little different. Instead of cost, I now want you to do coast. Stretch those sounds, listen for the long O, and record the spelling for each of those sounds. Coast. Did you hear how that word sounded different? In coast, it starts with the K, C, but it goes to the O, K, oast. That O is in the middle of the word. It's a long O sound, so we're spelling it with the OA vowel team. S, S, T, T. Cost and coast are spelled almost identically, but that short O got changed to the long O, and so we had to use that vowel team. Nice job spelling those words and listening to those patterns. This would be another great time that if you need to take a break and you want to come back to this video later or at another day, that you could do so. If you want to stay with me, the next thing we're going to do is read some stories. Now, this first story is a short story about Joan. Right away, I notice it has that OA vowel team. And as I skim through this text, I can see that OA vowel team in several places in my story. I'm getting my eyes used to looking for that OA vowel team so that when I read, I can read each of those vowel teams together as a long O sound. Now for this first one, I'm going to read aloud to you and then we're going to read together. After that, there are a couple other short stories that if you would like to practice some more, you can. Ready? Read along in your head or in a whisper voice as I read aloud. Joan. Joan put the brooch on her coat. Joan went to the dock to get on her boat. She wants to float down the coast. Joan got too close to the side of the boat and fell in the lake. Joan got her coat and brooch soaked. A brooch is kind of like a pin, a decorative jewelry pin. So that's not good that her coat and her brooch are soaked. Let's keep reading. Joan moans and groans because her coat and brooch are wet. Now Joan has to float down the coast in her wet coat. Poor Joan. I'm sorry she fell in the lake. Let's read the story together. Ready, set, go. Joan put the brooch on her coat. Joan went to the dock to get on her boat. She wants to float down the coast. Joan got too close to the side of the boat and fell in the lake. Joan got her coat and brooch soaked. Joan moans and groans because her coat and brooch are wet. Now Joan has to float down the coast in her wet coat. Poor Joan. Nice reading. Now there's two more stories that you can read. I'm not going to read them with you this time. So I'm going to pause for just a second on each page and you can go ahead and read these stories on your own. You may need to pause the video so you have enough time to read all the words. When you're done reading the story, you can just hit play and move on to the next story. Be careful as you're reading to really look for that OA vowel team and to read it with that long O sound. It's been great working with you today. Thanks and have a great day.